My name's Dale Fox, and my endowment scholarship is the Joyce Haskin Fox Scholarship.
My name is Susan Sloop, and scholarship is the David Sloop Memorial Scholarship.
Well, Joyce and I met at Baker, and she was an Alpha Chi, and I was a Zeta Chi, and we got married in '63, and lived together for about 20 years. In 1982, actually, she died of cancer, and so we made the Memorial Scholarship in her name. She was an elementary education major, and we focused it toward that particular major.
My family donated upon my brother's death. He was killed in the Kappa Sig fire, and the scholarship was a way to memorialize him.
Well, Joyce's passion was certainly teaching and being a part of that community in the education world, as was mine, and we feel that that was very appropriate. When we first established the scholarship, we wanted to primarily make it or focus it toward rural agricultural type students who came to Baker who needed some help.
What it means is that every year we know that a Baker graduate leaves Baker and goes on to hopefully work in journalism. Those are two things that David had planned to do and didn't get the opportunity. So each year, for us, his memory graduates and pursues his career.
I got my Bachelor of Music Education, taught for 42 years, and I just, I couldn't have done that or wouldn't have done that without Baker University and the influence that it had on my life. I think Baker University and the liberal arts education is so essential to our society today and the growth of our students.
Well, I think the reason Baker holds a special part in my heart is that it's sort of where my family's history is. My grandmother went to Baker, her brother went to Baker, both of my brothers and I went to Baker. I didn't get to know my grandmother while she was living, but it's given us a connection with her past. And I've always sort of thought Baker is a special place. It's not just a university, it's a tradition. It's more than where you graduated from. It's where your future friends are and your lifetime friends are.
And I think a scholarship is a win-win situation. It's a win-win for the student who benefits from the availability of funds to help them attend Baker University, and I think it's a win-win for the person who gives to the student because they see and reap some benefits by having touched a life of someone who in turn is going to touch many other lives through the field of education.
I heard a student say last year at a reception for scholarship recipients that his people weren't there. And how cool is it to be somebody's people? You know, everybody wants to have people. And the fact that the scholarship can directly impact lives and you can meet and know the lives that you're impacting is pretty cool.
It's important to know that, and a good feeling to know that you've had something that have done something that's going to promote and influence and helps people who in turn are going to help others, whether they come to Baker or go to a different school or whatever, but improve their educational process. And I think that's the bottom line. I think that's, you know, there was a movie out several years ago called Pay It Forward, and I think that's what we're doing here. We're helping the future students who are going to be the future teachers, who are going to be the future of our country, and I just think it's an essential part. As I said, where it's a win-win situation for both the student and the giver.